Hi, Thales, Daphne here. I'm sorry I didn't get your correction through last night. It's just come through to me earlier today. So let me get this back to you super quick. I don't know where you are in the world, but I really hope you get a chance to look at this before your exam. Okay, so here we go. You're doing a general IELTS, I can see now. Dear Sir, Madam, yeah, I wouldn't put ma'am like that. We don't really say that in English. I would put, I'll put madam, literally like this. Madam, how are you? No, don't need that. It's a formal letter, okay? So remember, when you're writing a formal letter, so to somebody who you don't know, it doesn't matter how it's not like, how are you? That's not important, okay? That's okay for a neutral or an informal letter, but not formal. So my name is Thales, and my student ID number, my case number this. I'm sending this email a response to the letter from the Albion College, regarding my absence from the Marketing 3 exam given by, lovely. Firstly, good, I'd like to apologise for the inconvenience. Inconvenience of my absence. Yeah? You could apologise for writing the letter, blah, 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 but it's a bit too long. Or maybe apologise for the inconvenience. Or maybe apologise for, you could put this in maybe, for the fact that you had to contact me. You could put that in, but otherwise I would just apologise for my absence. However, capital letter, I have an explanation, which is, so link this together with a relative clause, that I became very ill. Now, in English, we do not say gotten. This is American English, and because I am British, I hate this. It is really, really bad grammar. Never use this, please. Never use this in speaking, and never use this in writing. It is bad English. Which is that I became very ill in the last week. Okay. Or I have become. Okay. If you are not better, you need to use the present perfect. I have become. Yeah. Very ill in the last week due to the fact I've been diagnosed with HIV. Oh dear. Or if you're better, it's I became, past simple. Okay. I have my exams with me. My exams? Maybe not those exams. My doctor's statement or certificates with me, and a letter from the doctor explaining my case. I put a full stop there because this is getting a bit long. Okay, I would have submitted these for the department before the test as a courtesy, but as I live alone, so you're explaining why. As I live alone, I'm not in the best. I'm not in the best. Okay, this has not been possible. Okay, so let me read this to you. I would have submitted them as a courtesy, but as I live alone and I'm not to the best of my capabilities, as one can imagine, this has not been possible. You need to finish off the sentence with this. It's a nice, complex sentence, very good. I'm better now, and I plan to be at the campus on Friday, so link it together. Would it be possible to arrange a meeting so we can discuss it? Yeah, very nice. Good, okay. I mean, thank you for your attention to this matter. Okay, yours sincerely. Yep, really nice letter. Well done. Lots of good stuff in there. Okay, you're using complex grammar. The language is good. You understand the question, and you've got these nice formal expressions in here. So well done on that. You seem quite confident there. Well done. Good. So technology. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated if technology has made humankind more sociable or brought people apart. Or now you can bring people together, you have to drive people apart. Okay, really, really important this. We drive people apart. Okay, we bring people together. But good, that's a nice intro. Some believe the advent of mass communication has strengthened. I'm using the present perfect here, so I'm changing your verbs because present perfect we use for something that started in the past and is continuing. Past simple for something that's finished. This is continuing. Has strengthened the distance or increased the distance. It would have to be increased. The distance. So increase the distance between contrasting culture. I personally believe that technology has or is making us more distant. Okay, good. This essay will argue that technology is making ourselves. Why don't you say the technology is radically changing society? Because this is getting a bit long in your introduction, and I want you to get into the kind of body of the essay. Why don't you say technology is radically changing society using examples from? Okay, just sort of make that a little bit shorter. So here we go. There's ample evidence that with the advent of the internet, always the and always capital I. It's such a big thing. It always has a capital letter. The cost of global has dropped. So present perfect again here. Watch out for these tenses. Very important. I hope you understand that. If you don't, just quickly drop me an email or check out present perfect versus past simple on a grammar site. Therefore, providing real-time communication all around the world. It's made it possible to communicate more and better with our peers on Earth. On Earth, I would say all around the world. Peers across the globe. Do that one. I wouldn't do across on Earth. Earth we would speak about with the environment, but not really with this sort of thing across the world. Okay. Now, be careful. Did that benefit thou? I don't know where you saw that, but that is very, very old English, and we would not say that now. And I wouldn't ask a question. So, I don't use. I wouldn't use that. It doesn't really. It just doesn't sound right at all. So instead, put it has been questioned whether this been beneficial. Keep it kind of a little bit distant, yeah? Take one step away. Remember, it's an academic essay whether this has been beneficial as hate speech and prejudice has flooded. Now, it's not the whole internet, has flooded sections of the internet. Be very careful making very general statements that you cannot prove are true. Okay, this is the whole thing about academic essays. You step away and you're writing an objective essay. Okay? Due to the fact it's possible to write detrimental comments and hide behind the anonymous features of the web. Excellent. For example, research by the UN demonstrated that we call it hate comments. Oh, don't worry, this is fine. On social media, amount to 45% of the total. Wow, really? Consequently, it's clear that instead of bringing it to excellent, very, very interesting paragraph. That is, you've written that very well. It's very interesting. Good. Although there's a case for individuals who use the internet at doing admirable things such as keeping in touch with distant relatives. Yeah, good. Well done. 1, 2, 3. I like it. 3, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. That is not the case at all in the Indian subcontinent. The Indian government, be careful. It feels to me that you are writing a political essay. Be very careful, okay? You may have some very strong opinions, but it's not the right place to put these opinions in the essay, okay? Be careful. Just take one step backwards. The Indian government is invading areas of Kashmir, using military violence against citizens and shutting down the internet in these occupied areas completely. So the evidence of what is happening present simple, if it's still happening, there, cannot be seen. So you don't use a contraction, cannot be seen, okay? The impact of using the internet, so therefore, the impact of using the internet ban in these military offences cannot be overstated. Consistent with this line of thinking, so consistent, not consistently, is that technology is breaking us apart and more than turned, and has been turned, has been turned into a weapon. So you're going to have to put, and in some cases, because this is not always the truth, in some cases, has been turned into a weapon. Okay, now you don't have that because that is not what your essay is about. Your essay is about technology. It's not about Kashmir. Okay, I've been to Kashmir. It's a really, really beautiful place. I loved it. But do you understand what I mean? The title's not here, but the title is Has It Made Man More Social? It's not about politics. And where's your conclusion? You need a conclusion to this essay. Okay? Conclusion. Conclusion, you're going to sum up the arguments. You're going to tell me the good bits. You're going to tell me the bad bits. You're going to tell me your opinion again. And then you could have your prediction if you want. Okay? But really, really good essay. Be careful on politics. I would think you are safer here talking about you said it's a bad thing, but just do a paragraph on the good things. Yeah, do a paragraph on we can keep in touch, and that's great, and it brings people together. Or if you don't want to say that, if you want to argue negative, you say that it's negative because we don't see each other face to face anymore, and we spend less time actually genuinely communicating. It's just quick text, so it's not real conversation. Okay, but yes, good essays, much better than last time. When you do your exam, try and remember the elements of cohesion, which this gives you, and put a conclusion in. Okay, otherwise you're doing really well. Good luck.